My summer internship sucks. Nice. Nice. I scored an internship for the summer and have been working for a month. The team I'm working with barely cares about the project. I was having one-on-one meetings every day at the start of the internship, then those became twice a week, and now barely once a week. It's making me really demotivated when these people barely give a S. Rhymes with poop. What really pushed me to posting about this was when I scheduled a meeting with one of the tech leads and he told me to join the voice channel at 2 p.m. I showed up on time and had to wait 45 minutes until he actually joined. I'm feeling so demotivated about this whole thing. The app's front end is an absolute mess, probably the worst garbage code I've ever seen in my life. It was a nightmare to try and work through it. I was even asked to rewrite the front end from scratch, but I'm not even sure where to start and no one is even guiding me. I feel like this really sucks. I had an offer from Deloitte that I didn't go through with because I thought this company would be better, but to be honest, I regret it. It's such a shame that I was given all these false promises about learning new things. I should have taken the Deloitte offer. At least they were a massive company, and I probably wouldn't have to deal with half of this BS there. So, I'm sorry. This sucks. And it's hard to feel motivated when people around you aren't motivated. I have a bit of advice for you, but let's cue in on the 45 minutes late to the call thing. I think that one of the things that you're going to learn during this internship is how to interact in a professional environment and when it's appropriate to follow up with people and when it's not. And one of the things you might learn is that, hey, if somebody hasn't joined the call and you're 5 minutes in, that's the point where you can text them, even or instant message them or Slack them or whatever to say, hey, is this meeting still on or not? So don't be discouraged that the technical parts of your internship are not exactly what you expected them to be. You're also in an internship to learn how to work in a professional culture, and even if you don't like this culture, you can observe this culture and participate around this culture and be a positive person within the culture, and that is a skill that you will be able to carry with you as you move on to the next phase of your career. As for the content, you said the front end's a mess and it's a nightmare to work through. You're asked to rewrite the front end from scratch. It's a shame that you were given all these false promises about learning new things. They shouldn't expect. It seems like it's pretty obvious that they don't really expect you to produce too much for them as an intern. So what I would do is, well, first of all, you're getting paid. Second of all, you're getting to learn about this new culture. So try to pursue things that you're interested in while you're there. For example, if a particular software or plugin or, I don't know, a particular type of coding, I'm not as proficient in discussing things related to computer science and code, sorry. But if a certain type of code language or tech stack or whatever, again, I'm not proficient, is something that you're really interested in developing yourself in, then maybe, reach out to other people in meetings and mention, hey, I'd be interested in doing this. I'd be interested in seeing how I could apply this solution to whatever we're working on. So basically, you're kind of you can put yourself in a position where you're still contributing to the team, even though they don't seem very interested in engaging you. They might be overworked on other things and kind of pressed to be able to interact with you. But, take the tasks that are related to the job and see how you can modify them or approach them in a way that's also beneficial for you. Look at as many different things that you can do within the context of your role to build that resume. Resume building activities. So, for example, if you really, really, really want to learn about AWS, because you want to have that juicy cloud experience on your resume, then find a way to work AWS into your role and what you're doing. And if there's not a direct application, or if they're not teaching you, then you can go spend some time teaching yourself and seeing if it relates, and take notes and report back on it. So if somebody asks you, you can say, hey, I looked into this. It's not a good solution for this or whatnot. But yeah, I wouldn't obsess too much about the internship cycling. It's just one summer, so make what you can out of it. Do as much as you can, and use all the latest technology that you can, so you can just fill up your resume with all those buzzwords on that technology. The phrase I was looking for was resume-driven development, and somebody said, resume-driven development? That's all an internship ever is, really. Yeah. So, yeah. I think just think about as many things you can do to build your resume while you're there, while the company is paying you to do it, and do those things. I think you'll be all right. Thanks for watching this segment of the Engineering Success Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those things really help me out. They boost me up in the YouTube algorithm, and they'll help other people see this great content. Make sure to recommend the podcast to your friends. You can listen to it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts content from. And make sure you leave me 5-star reviews, like all my videos, and consider subscribing on Patreon or Anchor. All those things help me out, and I really appreciate it. Catch you in the next one.
Losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.